I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I want to share some hard truths. Number one, you can't do charity from a position of lack. You can't give what you don't have. You can't do charity from a position of poverty. The Good Samaritan had the resources to take care of the injured Jewish man. The priests and the Levites hadn't the resources. They were not necessarily wicked. They were not prepared. So you can't solve a problem at the level at which it was created. The Good Samaritan had a good heart, but he had resources. You can't effectively do ministry with lack. That's why Jesus said, when you enter a city, look for a man, a worthy man, a man of substance, a man of wealth, a man with reputation, a man that deserves the gospel. I'm not saying that the poor do not deserve the gospel. The Bible says that even the poor are despised by his own relatives. The Bible says that a poor wise man saved a city, a small city, from a mighty city. That eventually the poor man was despised with his wisdom because he was poor. So you can't help the poor from a position of poverty. You must try as much as possible to have requisite skills, training, businesses that can generate revenue for you, or you have sponsors and supporters and partners, guaranteed source of income before you can do charity, do missionary work. If not, you end up begging most of the times, and you might be frustrated. Even if you are heavily anointed as a prophet, if you are dirty and your church is scruffy and haggard and not attractive, even if you are a true prophet, the tendency is that the people will think that you are a false prophet. They might not even take your prophecies and your prayers seriously until they come to pass. If you pray for a person of substance and worth and wealth in a dirty church, in a church that is scruffy, he will go and do the thanksgiving in a very beautiful church. He might not even want people to know that he is associated with you. One of the things you must learn about life is that success is like a fragrance of a perfume. Once it is sprayed, people naturally try to identify the source and inhale it. When I was doing ministry in Ughelli, when I started newly, there was nothing to show. And people were not coming. And the Lord told me, produce evidence and people will come. They will criticize you for your frugality, for your simple lifestyle, if you are not successful. Today, everybody is admiring Peter Obi with his frugality and his simple lifestyle. It is because he's a success story. Failure is an orphan, but success has many parents and friends. One of the things you must learn, hard truths, is that people are looking for people to do the following C's to most people. Somebody to control, even in your family, your children, your wife, their relatives, your in-laws and outlaws might be looking for somebody to control. Including your friends, including your church members, they look for somebody to control. Once people can control you, they will call you a lovely person, a committed person, that. Most times, it is because they are able to control you. They are looking for another C, somebody to command. Go here, do this, do that, do that. Want to command and control. The next thing is somebody to confuse. Oh, religion, politicians, leaders, they are experts at that. And then fraudsters. They always look for somebody to confuse. Then sexual predators. These are men and women who want to have sex with you and in the process either destroy you, collect your money, scandalize you, blackmail you. They want to confuse you. Confuse you with their speech, confuse you with their postures, confuse you with their nudity, confuse you with their assets. Then, so we've looked at control, command, confuse, and then the next C is that they are always looking for somebody to cheat. Want to cheat you. Want to deprive you of your rights and privileges. When you relate with somebody who is always trying to take advantage of you, be very careful. Somebody who does not respect your interests. Somebody who is very skillful in speech, actions, praise, and commendation, all in an attempt to cheat you. Be very careful. Some of you living overseas, you will find out that you have relatives at home who are not trustworthy. Not trustworthy. No matter how close you are to any person, if he wants to cheat you, put on your antennas. Be very, very careful. Being nice to every person is expensive. You cannot be nice to every person. You cannot be nice to all kinds of people. Sometimes you need to be strict. You need to take firm decisions. You need to be harsh. I've told you before that trees like oranges know that if you don't have thorns, people will always pluck them and even eat them when they are unripe. Palm trees have thorns. Pineapples have thorns. Sugarcane has very soft thorns. If you are too nice, too nice, being too nice is expensive and it is costly. You might die prematurely. You might suffer a lot of losses. You must learn to take hard decisions. I've also learned that most things that are high revenue yielding, that are run by conglomerates, there are no sentiments, no emotions. I have learned that very many successful people in ministry, in politics, in the economy, and several areas of life, they are very hard people. Sometimes you see them with a soft surface. I like Peter Obi a lot, but Mbaka couldn't force him to make a donation when he didn't want to make it. Bianca Ojukwu couldn't compel him to buy an expensive suit when he went to visit Ojukwu in the US. These men are men of steel inside. Men of steel. A lot of people you see who are very lousy and loud and all that, they don't have control over themselves. You see somebody like Obi, for him to take the decisions he has taken about his life, lived the simple lifestyle, they are very hard people. When people come around me, they don't realize that I discipline myself and punish myself and deprive myself of luxuries and frivolities in order to reach where I am. And you do not expect me to treat you with kid gloves. Some people from my family think they can just bust on me. Maybe some of them that are my friends just listen to me on radio. You think that you have free access to my person and my privacy. You think because maybe we are from the same tribe, you can just mess up around me. You think because you see me on social media and you listen to me and no. I'm hard inside, very hard to myself. Sometimes my family members, my wife and my children, one of my children said that my father is a hard nut to crack. So you think I was crackable and I was able to give birth to you and train you to where you are? No, I was hard on myself, deprived myself sleep, deprived myself comfort, took risks that could have taken my life away because I wanted to provide for you and make you who you are today. I've learned to be hard. I took one of my children from year 4 in the university to year 2. I took one of my children from year 3 to write the exam to enter university again. I can take firm and hard decisions. You can't mess up in my business place and then I sack you. You want me to reabsorb you? It's difficult. I'm having challenge with my wife today. There was a lady that worked with us. She wants to reabsorb her after the lady made a very derogatory statement. I will not take her back if it is going to cause disaffection between my wife and I, so let it be. The sign of leadership is the ability to take firm decisions, hard decisions. The man in charge of internal affairs in Nigeria should have been sacked when the prison at Kuje was invaded. Nigerian leadership, particularly in this administration, has not learned to be firm on people who are not doing well. And you can't start pursuing journalists and people like me and all that as if you are firm. Firmness is your subordinates, people you have given delegated authority, and they are not performing. People were kidnapped in a train and we've not been able to rescue them. Somebody should have been sacked. Somebody said that we were overwhelmed by their superior weapons. Even if that happened, shut your mouth, you should have been sacked. We tolerate a lot of lousiness, laziness, indolence, and stupid behavior in this country from public officers, either because they are from our religion, they are our tribe, they are our friends, because we too are not serious-minded fellows as leaders. Take firm decisions. Take hard decisions. Being too nice is poisonous. You will be destroyed. In the parable of 10 virgins and wise virgins, the foolish wise virgins knew where oil was sold. They knew when they went to buy that there is a probability that the person might not come, the groom they were waiting for might not come on time. They did not buy. If the wise virgins had given their oil to the foolish ones, all of them will be in darkness. Learn not to be too nice. As I was saying, corporations, entities that have that produce the greatest part of the GDP of nations take firm decisions. Number one, as I'm making this recording, if my data finishes, this phone will go off. They don't care whether I'm a pastor. When you go to a shopping mall, ShopRite, Nando's, the ones in America, what's their name? You don't go there and start haggling. Nobody has your time. The price is fixed. You go there, you pick and you pay. Then you go. There's pick and pay in South Africa. Walmart in America. You pick and pay. Carrefour in Romania. You pick and pay. You don't enter Bolt and start haggling or taxifying. There is a meter. There are the prices paid. You just pay and go. You don't go to an airline and start haggling. There are fixed prices for the tickets. It's either you want to fly or you don't want to fly. Universities that do well, they have strict rules to enter Harvard, to enter Cambridge, to enter Stanford, to enter Princeton. It is only in poorly developed societies that things are compromised. Hard and firm decisions. A nation that likes to compromise will not go far. I studied in a system the multiple choice questions in the University of Ibadan in the second MBBS exam. If you mark a wrong number in the multiple choice questions, it is deducted from the right ones you got. And so you can get 50 correctly and you failed 50, you have 0. If you failed 60, you're having minus 20 and it might be subtracted from your other marks because you can't afford to take chances with human life. Professions that value themselves are very, very strict. Accountants, medical practitioners, lawyers, and pilots and all that. You can't mess up. You can't afford to play. We seem to like to play with everything in Nigeria and in Africa. These are hard truths we must learn. Another hard truth you must learn is that the best way to receive is to get. To him who has, more will be given. The little the poor has will be taken away from him and given to the rich. Another hard truth is that poor people don't like themselves. If the rich man wants to kill a poor man, he will send a fellow poor man to kill him. Poor people fight themselves for the sake of the rich. Another hard truth is that women don't like themselves. Women will talk about affirmative action, special seats for them, but women hardly vote for women. Women will prefer to vote for men. And you want us to take you seriously politically. Look at the one that came for APC primaries. She just went there as a lawyer and disgraced the women folk. Mama has come. You think we came to a baby factory? Women don't like themselves. Women don't vote for themselves. Women are jealous of each other. Women are very critical of each other. So, if womanhood is to have a level of balance, because society has 4 legs. 2 legs provided by the male species, 2 legs by the female species. Any society that will do well must make sure they train their daughters, give their women equal rights and equal opportunities and defend them and protect them. But the women must take themselves seriously for people to take them seriously. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. God bless you.